In honor of Valentine's Day, can you explain your ideal date and what that would look like?
Let's keep it to basketball a little bit here.
Okay, all right. In that case,
So, Chet, I want to ask that you get the champion at 22 years old, and you get a big contract. How do you keep your humility?
That's a great question. I think by really deciding what your goals are and what's important to you, and I just think continuing to push myself as a basketball player, as well as focus on the right things along with everybody around me. We have a team of 18 guys that are trying to improve every day and work towards winning, and all it takes is one person to stray from that and it can mess the whole thing up. So really trying to just be the best teammate that I can be, and continue to try and be the best player I can be.
Are you the best defensive player in the world?
I'd say I work really hard on the defensive end to be the best defender that I can be to help our team. I don't know what the criteria for that would be. There's a lot of different defenders out there, so I don't know how to answer that one.
Chet, who's your biggest threat out west?
I'd say focusing on trying to answer that question isn't going to help us reach our goals as a team. We just have to continue to try and improve every single day, and the answer to that question isn't going to help us improve. So we got to.
Is Denver better than they were a year ago in your mind?
Denver has a few different players on their roster that made some moves this summer. They were a really good team last year. They were a really good team this year. They've had some injuries, as have we, as have everybody in the league. Hopefully they can get those guys back, and we can get all our guys back. And at the end of the day, whenever, every team wants to play every team fully healthy and at their best. So, that's what we're hoping for.
This time last year, you're coming back from injury right about this time. You reflect on the past calendar year. Obviously, you got the championship, the All-Star. Anything that you think back on that you're most proud of over the past calendar year?
Man, it's definitely been a crazy year, full of ups and downs. Probably the worst being that injury. I'm really just proud of myself for sticking with it. Anytime somebody has a serious injury, it can really test their, conviction towards their goals and ambitions. And, I'm just really proud of myself for never quitting in those moments and continue to stick through it, even when things were hard, even when things weren't going my way, just sticking with it. I think, I had a lot of opportunities along the way last year to quit. I think if most guys, if they weren't on a playoff level team, they don't come back last year from that injury. They just call it a year and say, I'll be back next year. And, I didn't do that. I got back as quick as possible. I wanted to play. I wanted to get out there with my guys. And, I'm so happy that we were able to come away with a championship.
Entering in this season as a champion, did you do some kind of preparation different in the offseason?
Yeah, I feel like every offseason you have to change up, how you work, how you prep. You got to look at how you were being guarded, how you're playing within your team, what you're actually going to be able to do out there on the floor and work to improve at those things. And, I feel like I did that last summer. Obviously, a short offseason. When you win a championship, you only get about 2.5 months off, really. But I feel like I really maximized, made the most of it, improved at a lot of different things. And, I take my offseason seriously. I feel like I will until, my career is over. I feel like the off-season is one of the most important times of the year. Obviously, it's not important publicly. People can't really see all the work that you're putting in, but when the season starts, that's when they get to see where all that work is.
As a champion?
No, I try not to focus on the external stuff. I try to really look at the process of what we're trying to do, how we're trying to improve, how we're trying to play, and focus on those things. All the outside stuff, the quote-unquote pressure or whatever the media is saying or anything, you kind of got to try and block that out so that you can focus on what you need to focus on.
What rule change would you make in the NBA, if you could make any, that you'd like to see implemented?
Rule change in the NBA? I'm pushing for beds on the planes. You know, we got back-to-backs. You gotta play 30+ minutes one game, and then you gotta fly 2 hours to another city and play the next night. I mean, it's probably better for, especially tall guys like me. It's probably better for our backs and knees if we're able to lay down on those flights.
Would you love to see 10 games cut off the season?
That's a very difficult topic and question. I'd personally say no, but also that would never be up to me. So don't listen to my answer. It means nothing.
Chet, if you could pick any NBA All-Star throughout history to challenge to a one-on-one, who would you pick?
I never got to play against or meet Kobe, unfortunately. RIP to him, and you know, I think it would be amazing to be able to be in the gym with him no matter what the setting. So, you know, if I could hypothetically do that, you know, I think that would be awesome.
Last question.
It's easy to look at your stats and know how you became an All-Star, but what's some of the invisible work that you've had to embrace in order to get to where you're at?
I'd say all the times. I'd say all the work that isn't in a game. You know, it's the prep before games, the shoot-arounds in the mornings, the work in the summer, all that things that nobody sees. You know, the rehab from injuries. That, you know, if you didn't do it, nobody would know about it. But at the end of the day, once you get on the court, that's where it shows up. So I'd probably say that stuff.
Thank you. Sorry, we're all done.
Let me do two more. One more.
A number of P's with Nike.
Yeah.
Are you debuting anything interesting tonight or tomorrow, or are
Yeah.
you wearing the warning label line? Thoughts on the warning label line?
Yeah, I think the warning label line is pretty cool. I don't have those on. I actually have one of my P's on right now. Yeah.
There it is.
Yeah.
But still undecided if I want to wear these for the game tomorrow or if I want to wear my camo PEs. Those are coming out mid-March, along with the purple and cheetah print ones.
Yep.
Those will be sick, so make sure y'all go grab them and get them if you can. They'll be limited, and once they run out, there will be no more. So go get your pairs. My man, thank you.
Thank you, Chet.
Sorry.
Chet, this is love for you. Chinese New Year.